Thank you for being here. I'm so looking forward to just like breathing life into you, beautiful souls, today. So, whether you are relaxing, getting massage, chilling, hanging out, if you want to grab your journals, that is all good. If you just want to listen, if you're like me and you're a note taker, I'm encouraging you to do so. I really want to breathe life into you and share with you the things that I have I've really cultivated as part of my daily routine. So whether or not you spend time with me on an intimate level, or whether you've never met me or you're just seeing me for the first time, these tools, this practice has completely changed my life. Getting out of my head into the body, using somatic healing, the power of the breath, the intention behind tapping into me, shutting out all of the external world, external circumstances and peoples and energies, and really tapping into my own energy. Feeling into less of the balance of this, the doing and the plates in the air and all of the commitments and responsibilities and titles, less of this and more of this. Coming back home to myself has been everything. And that is why I titled this workshop Devotion, because I know a lot of people think, being devoted to or committed to someone else through love and loyalty. But today I invite you to be fully devoted to yourself. And the word devotion and the verb devote means to take the act, to take a vow, to be devoted to you. Deeply honoring yourself, radically choosing yourself, and unconditionally loving yourself. That is how I have found my power. That is how I've gotten through some of the most trying seasons in my life as of recently, and on this whole self-discovery and growth and healing journey. So I am so excited for you guys to be here today. Thank you for choosing to take this time to be with me. We're going to tap in today to what it would feel like to not hold on, not hold back, not grasp for more, not accepting breadcrumbs, no more spreading yourself thin, no more doing what you think you should do or what you have to do, and no more saying yes when you really mean no. No more saying no when you really want to start saying yes to yourself. It's not serving you, and you know this. And I know that each and every one of us have this inside of us just a little bit. Some days it's louder than others. But I really want to invite you for the next hour to just slow down, tune in, and just choose you just now, just today, just for this moment, and see what it feels like. And see how it would feel if you cultivated this essence, this practice, this routine, this ritual of choosing you over and over and over again. Because there's always going to be something pulling at us, whether it's kids, jobs, commitments, the people in our lives, deadlines, demands, our inbox, social media. There's so much stimulation that is consuming us, and it's creating a distraction. And in that distraction, it's shifting us away from ourselves. It's getting us more into the monkey mind. And it's taking precedence over what's really important. And that is ourselves. That is you. So we're going to get curious about what it would feel like to be devoted. I have spent many years in this healing relationship with myself, and I've done the inner work to clear out old stories, and I've released so many layers of the negative chatter, my inner critic, the ego. I've been practicing this nourishing self-care, especially as of this last year, right? The last few months of this year. And I've been exploring deeper practices of self devotion and honoring myself and choosing myself and taking baby steps to get there. And so today, really what I'd like to bring to you is to just share my experiences, what I've been going through, how I've been navigating it. And this has been a season of self-devotion for me that feels more, it feels like a more intimate way of loving myself. It feels more committed. It feels more all in energy. There's more honoring of the magnificence of who I am. And that same magnificence is inside of you too. This season has asked me to go inward, to return home to myself, and to show up for myself in bigger ways than I have ever before. There's been a lot going on in my external world, in my circumstances, in my relationship, in the dynamic of my life. And instead of looking at all of the other things, instead of looking for the hard things, the insignificant things, I'm skimming, instead of skimming the surface of what's going on and avoiding myself and abandoning myself during these really hard times. I've decided to fully show up and say no when I mean no, and say yes when I mean no, and really not allow the circumstances and the fears to hold me back. So I want you to get comfy, and we're going to talk a little bit about somatic healing. We're going to talk a little bit about the different energy types, the different bodies of energy that we have. And then we're going to tap into a little bit of breath. I'm going to take you through a meditation. And then at the end, we're going to sort of seal all this up with some journaling, if you wish, to sort of help you integrate this. But today I want to lead you back home to your body, because that is where the magic happens. And so becoming devoted to myself, it meant making peace with myself, coming into deeper love and acceptance of who I am. It meant embracing my flaws. How many of you have these things that happen to you, these ways of being, or these old stories where you're just like, that's just who I am, right? And it's something that you don't necessarily like about yourself, but what would happen if you embraced those flaws? What would happen if you looked at your weaknesses, your imperfections, your fears, your shadow sides, and really surrendered to them, welcomed them fully into your body, into your truth? What do you think that that would do for you? It has been so huge and so powerful and so transformational to love all the parts of myself. And in this journey, I can tell you firsthand, I went from numbing out, suppressing, fight or flight, drinking daily, just like checking out of life, checking out of myself. And I used my practice of devotion, I used my self-care as a like damage control, once a week, once a month, where it was like shit hit the fan and I was like, I can't take it anymore. And that's when I would start to turn to self-love. And now it has become a daily practice. And somatic work has played a huge role in this. Soma, of the body. Somatic work helps you rewire your brain's neural pathways. It helps get you out of survival mode, which was what I was doing when I was numbing and distracting and coping. It helps you get into this more conscious state of emotional balance and awareness. It is used as a healing tool to develop you the awareness to get back into your body, get out of the negative thoughts and feelings and patterns, while developing a more loving relationship with yourself. It helps you become a better feeler. And that has been such a huge part of this. When I first started into somatic work a few months ago, I was terrified of what I was getting myself into because my external environment felt really toxic and really hard. And I didn't think that I would be able to handle it. I didn't think that my nervous system was going to be able to handle it because I'm like fight or flight mode. Here for it. Always running, always fighting, always freezing, right? And so my coach at the time was like, no, we're not looking for big ahas. We're not looking for big breakthroughs. We don't need to know how or why or when these feelings, these patterns, these things that are stored in our body happened. What we do get to do is become better feelers to just simply bring awareness to them. That's it. That's all we're doing. You don't need to fix, change, shift. We are just bringing awareness to the body. So that's what we're going to be doing today. This vibe and this energy of tapping in is so huge and it's so important, and becoming better connected with yourself so that when you feel like your outside world is controlling your experiences and your feelings, and when you feel sort of like you're just being blown with the wind, with whatever is happening outside of you, and when you start to spiral and just feel disconnected from your body, that's when you want to start tapping in. That's when you want to come back home to you. That's when the somatic practices and awarenesses really are so, so beneficial. So, I want to talk about the 3 body types. Okay. The mental body, that is the one that we typically live in. That is the autopilot state. That is our survival mode. That is our fight or flight mode. That is fear based, mind based. Okay. That is when we take in all of the circumstances and the information and the overwhelm from our external world. And it just gets trapped inside of this mind castle. And it's just recycles garbage to us and fear and overwhelm over and over and over again. Then we have the second body, that is our emotional body. That is how we define and connects us. That is how we define ourselves and what connects us to ourselves. That is the sensations in our body. That is the contractions when you're feeling really stressed or when you're feeling overwhelmed. These are the highs and lows. These are sometimes, some of us can act on these emotions. And this is why it's so important to tap into what's going on inside of our emotional bodies, because sometimes we're so in here and we have no idea what's going on in here. And we can act out of character. We can do things and tap into patterns that don't serve us anymore. Okay. And then the other body, the third body, is our intuitive body. That is our knowing. That is our intuition. That is our visceral yes and no. That is when life whispers, you listen closely. That is our clear gut instinct. So, do you break commitments to yourself? Do you trust that your needs are what get to happen and you get to say yes to them? Do you make promises and do you listen to what's going on? Do you follow your intuition? Do you trust yourself? Or are you walking through this life in that fear-based fight or flight emotional state? Right? A lot of times we're living in the emotional body and in the mental body, but the intuitive body. If we can master all 3, if we can find the balance of all 3, that is where the magic happens. That is where you experience success and momentum and trusting that you are exactly where you need to be. Discerning the difference between fear and intuition. I want to talk about that really quickly. Because sometimes I think even I get the 2 confused, right? So, what do you think your intuition feels like? What does it feel like for you when you get that like intuitive hit, that intuitive ping. Feel free to type it in the comments or just think about it or journal about it. Like it feels easy, right? It feels like a clear impulse. It feels like this loving inner knowing. Like that's the way it is. That's what I need to do. That needs to be the next step, right? Your fear, it's a little bit more staticky. It's a little bit more chaotic. There's a little bit more contraction that is involved in it, right? There's a huge difference when you really slow down long enough to discern the difference. Crystal says it feels joyful, exciting, expansive. Yes, it just feels clear, your intuition. You know the fear. It comes with that chaos. It comes with that contraction. It just doesn't feel as... So when you are running through life with this following your fear inside of your mind, like, can you see where a lot of things would get tripped up? Can you see where you would fall to patterns that just didn't serve you and get in your way and just like repeat these cycles? Like, it's so easy. We've been doing it for so long. I know I got stuck in these patterns and these loops, and it's just like, I just thought it was the way that it was. Kim says she feels ease and calm with intuition and chaos and friction with fear. Yes, absolutely. So I want to really teach you today how I practice self-devotion, how I deeply honor myself, my feelings, my wants, my needs, listening to my desires, my inner wisdom, my intuition, and not avoiding the things that are hard, avoiding the things that feel like a contraction, not abandoning myself or listening to the negative self-talk, that mental chatter that just like chirps at you like, you're gonna do a workshop? Who's gonna wanna listen to you? You have no idea what you're saying, right? Like, y'all, I had my camera off when I started this because I was like breathing and dancing and like tapping in and just telling my ego to shut the hell up, right? Like, we got this. I'm in the driver's seat, right? If I didn't take that time to be fully devoted to myself, look at me, I'm like sitting up now, getting all into it. If I didn't take that time to fully devote my attention to what was going on inside of my body, to tap in, to use the breath, to listen to what was, honoring the feelings of like unworthiness or scarcity or imposter syndrome. If I didn't take the time to allow those feelings and thoughts to maybe not have a voice, but to take up precedence inside of me, to reside inside of me enough that I see you, I feel you, I hear you, and I got this, right? Otherwise, I would have probably spiraled and fumbled and canceled this thing a million times, a million times. So, getting curious about this deep understanding and knowing of what's going on inside of you and what that would feel like, and choosing to do this always, making the decision to do this always, not just when your life has gone sideways and you feel the chaos, not just on self-care Sundays, but all the time, every day, checking in with what's going on inside of you. And it's not always easy to define what's happening inside of you. Sometimes there are no words, it's just sensations. And that's okay too. So I want to ask you, when is the last time you got connected to your body, to your heart, to your intuition, and to your being? Like really and fully silenced all the noise and just listened to what was in there. Let's get curious now. I invite you to get comfy, put down your journals if you've been taking notes, get into a comfortable position, And just relax for a moment. Just land here. And put on some music. Feather your nest, so to speak. Relaxing in your chair or on your bed or on your massage table. I'm just landing here in this moment. There's nowhere to be, there's nothing to do. Taking a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Relaxing your shoulders. Softening your face. Relaxing your eyelids and your jaw. Just landing right now in this moment with you. It's just me and you right now. Setting down all of the doing. Maybe closing your eyes. Our intelligence is in the body. Our medicine is in the body. Your inner peace can be found in your body. The answers that you're looking for, the key that you have been searching for, it's hidden within the body. There are infinite possibilities inside of our bodies. Now, as you listen to the sound of my voice, I want you to just breathe naturally, noticing the rise and fall of your chest. Notice your body start to relax a little bit with each exhale. Maybe there's some thoughts lingering in your mind. It is all welcome here. There is an infinite amount of truth that is present and available to all of us at every moment. And so often we are distracted and busy and numbed out, and too in our minds we access this deep intelligence that is within us. And through our felt sense, we can feel our truth. Getting out of the mental body, tapping into the emotional and intuitive body, where we can feel our yeses and nos. We were born with this incredible availability to feel through life, to perceive life through the lens of this felt sense. Not through our mind's discomfort, not through our fear. The body is a clear transmission of the truth. Taking a deep breath in through your nose, letting it out through your mouth, landing deeper in this moment. Just notice, what are you feeling right now? Letting everything drop. Feeling into any sensations or thoughts or feelings. welcoming anything that's coming up for you. Maybe you're feeling overwhelmed from whatever you were doing prior to this call. Maybe you've got a to-do list a mile long, thinking you probably shouldn't have come. Maybe you're fully relaxed. Just noticing. Now today I want to do the halo active breath with you. So if you'd like to open your eyes now, I'll show you, or you can just listen to the sound of my breath. But the halo active breath is in through your belly, up through your chest, and out through your mouth. All through your mouth. In through the belly, up through the chest, out through the mouth. You can take this as slow or as fast, as soft and gentle, or as strong as you want. Introducing the halo active breath. This is going to clear out the body and come back home to ourselves. Let your breath be flowing. Let it be gentle. Just like the waves of the ocean. There's no stop, there's no pause, just a gentle flow. In through your belly, up through your chest, out through your mouth. Soft, easy. It's time that you meet your love, your fear, your pain, your sadness with love and compassion. Because the more that you open up and connect with your heart, the better life gets. You are not your emotions. You are not your pain and suffering. You are simply the awareness of that. Seeing life through the lens of you, using the felt sense, instead of listening to all of the fear, the circumstances, the anxiety. Getting caught in that spiral, responding to life, avoiding the fear, suppressing the pain, and trying to control everything. It's time that we slow down and connect with what's going on inside of us. Pain is actually the catalyst to growth. Pain can move into pleasure the moment that we decide to feel it with love and compassion. Sustainable happiness is inside of you always. You just have to make a decision to choose you, love you, honor you, and devote yourself to you. If your body starts to tingle, if you start to feel lightheaded, it's completely okay. Feel what's going on inside of you. Feel yourself landing deeper inside of you through the power of presence, awareness, and breath. You have access to it always. It is free, it is infinite, and it is within you. taking a deep breath in. And if it feels good for you, if it feels comfortable, hold at the top for as long as you feel comfortable. Let that hold bring you the clarity and the connection to your body. This is devotion. Can you listen long enough to hear what you're deeply wanting to hear? And when you're ready, release the breath. Bring both hands up to your heart, feeling your center, your truth. This is your power. This is the abundance of your energy. This is the real you. And can you listen long enough to hear what you deeply are wanting to hear? Can you be present with yourself long enough to check in and see what's inside of you? And if you're ready, break out your journals. And share what you just experienced in them. What did it feel like to fully focus on you? How did it feel to check in? I'm going to share some journal prompts in the comments. These are just things to get curious about. How do you desire to show up differently for yourself? More devoted, more fully. How do you want to start making yourself a priority, your health and self-care a priority? How would it feel if you decided to start choosing you? What would happen if you started making self-devotion a priority? What changes would naturally start occurring as a result of that? How would your life change? How would you change? How would that affect your relationship with yourself? Your relationship with your family, your friends, your business, your future. Just listen to what's inside of you. What's coming up for you as you write? You notice any lingering thoughts getting in your way? Anything you need to let go of to fully show up for you? How would it feel to build a more solid, loving, supportive relationship with yourself in order for you to step into your expansion, your power, and your fullest potential? How would it feel to no longer avoid what needs your attention and fully show up for yourself? What are you avoiding? Maybe something that doesn't feel right. Maybe not asking for support. Maybe you just need to tidy up your space or start writing again. How could you start saying yes to you more? And what would it mean to practice self devotion, to deeply honor yourself, your feelings, your wants, your needs, your desires, trusting and listening to your inner wisdom? Cultivating this deep understanding and knowing of what's going on inside of you at all times. What would that feel like? Now I invite you to take a break from writing. Close your eyes. Think about what you just witnessed, how you just felt, what you just wrote. How would it feel for the last 45 minutes if you did this for yourself every
The
day,
power of love is here
even for
now.
10 minutes?
The power of now is here now. The power of you, me, is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of
This is
now
why we
is
need to
here
create
now.
time and space for ourselves in our
Power of
calendars.
you and me is
No longer
here
put
to
ourselves last.
create magic on
Learn that saying no is
earth.
okay.
Let the water wash away your tears.
Clearing out space for yourself is okay.
Let the fire burn away your
Making yourself a priority is okay.
fears. Let the wind blow into such faith and trust. Oh, let the earth hold you, take care of you, and nurture you. Oh, the power of love
Time
is
to just
here
be in
now.
stillness with yourself,
The
making
power of
yourself a
now
commitment,
is here now.
taking time to
The
invest
power
in
of
yourself.
you is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The
Take a
power
deep
of
breath in
you is here to create
and
magic
remembering
on
this
earth.
feeling because this is who you truly are. This is the essence of everything that you desire, of your being. This is what it feels like when you get out of your mind and into your body. This is the energy and the vibe. I told you guys in the promo that I was going to share something exciting with you. And this is the vibe and the
Let the
energy
water
of the
wash
healing
away
sanctuary.
your
This
fear.
is a community that I have been putting together and thinking about and journaling about, marinating over and meditating on. And this is what I want to take you on a journey through is just coming back home to you every single moment, every single day, in every single way. This is where it all begins. This is the energy of complete self devotion, awareness, and choosing you and your being over all of the doing. In the healing sanctuary, you will have access to tools, monthly workshops, live events, coaching calls, one on one support with me, and so much more. I wanted to cultivate this as a place to land, and I wanted to open my doors to you into my Zen healing den, my sanctuary, and have it be a safe space for you to give permission to you to help guide you back home into your inner world. And sharing this self devotion practice with you today is just the kiss, just a little taste of everything that you will experience inside of there. Checking in with you, seeing what's going on inside of you on a really deep, intimate level, because there is so much power in tapping in and allowing your highest self to take precedence over anything and everything else. The more you do that, the more your body becomes familiar with that. Our bodies have been familiar with fight or flight mode for too many years now. And it's time to take our power back from that. So I want to open up the chat. And if you feel called, share your experience in the chat. How did you feel when you landed here today? What did you think was going to happen? What actually happened? How did it feel? What did you discover when you tapped in with you? Sometimes we can be surprised by hidden pockets of fear or grief or sadness. Sometimes, and these are my favorite times, I had this last night where I tapped in after a yoga session and I just had this deep, deep, like profound gratitude. It felt like my inner child was like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Like, you're doing it. You're doing it. And those moments are always like, I'm so grateful for those moments. So it doesn't always have to be like sad and grief and hard things. Sometimes we get to tap in and it gets to be fun. We get to celebrate what we see on the other side. So I just want to thank everyone for being here today. I'm really so proud of all of you for putting things down and like tapping in just for this hour. I'm excited to do this more with you. Look out for your emails. I will have the replay so that you have this and you can come back to this anytime. And then there will be a link to join the healing sanctuary if you feel called to do so. And again, you can cancel at any time. Kim says, I'm having a really good day today. For the first time in a while, I've been met with some moments of goofy dancing, singing, pure bliss, and joy. I've been riding a high today. I felt some tingly warmth during the breath work. I love that tingly warmth. That is like the juicy stuff. That's when I feel like I've reached the cobwebs inside of me, right? I've like moistened the hard, stuck, stagnant soil on top, and I've kind of like moistened it and made it yummy and warm so that I can plant my seeds. I always want to feel that level of calm. It's within us always, and that's the biggest thing, and I can't say it enough, and I have to remind myself this often. It's in you always. It's in you always. It's in you now. Even in the hard moments when I'm feeling so overwhelmed and I'm like stuck on autopilot and I'm just like, it's in me always. So much gratitude, so soft. It started raining during this call and it felt like it was washing all the things away. I love that. I love the water analogies always. Yes. And speaking of water, thank you for saying that. This is something, if you're like super busy for the day and you don't have space for like sitting down and, breathing and meditating and just like checking in and stillness and all that, go take a shower. It is with you always, and it is especially with you in the shower. I love tapping into what's going on. I used to take a shower and it'd be like, wash hair, shave legs, maybe wash body, forget parts, done, gotta go, move on to the next. And it's like, I take showers as like that's my intimate time. That is my self-care time. So even if it is a 10-minute shower where you lock the door and you tell your kids to piss off for 10 minutes, check in with you. That is like everything. Love this. Thank you. I had a powerful release. Crystal, I saw you. I love you, girl. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for coming. And that's the thing too, right? If Crystal just like went about her day and did all her things and checked out her to-do list and like da 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 da, and she didn't know that that was inside of her, that release that needed to happen, that release that needed to be felt or seen or heard or released, it would have come out in one way or another, right? It's like the beach ball. You have this big full beach ball filled with air and you press it down under the water. What happens? It pops up over here or over there and you keep pushing it down and it just keeps popping up. Like that is what happens. I have a sound healing workshop tonight at the conservatory and I can't wait to take this yumminess of being surrounded by plants and healing sounds. That sounds yummy. My higher self was reminding me to eat high vibe foods. Health is wealth. Yes, 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 yes. I didn't have energy before the call and now I do. Oh my gosh, yes. Even a simple 3-minute powerful like breath practice to just see what's going on. Like it's better than a cup of coffee, you guys. Tapping in is everything. My kids and I are going to an Irish ceremony today, and I didn't think I would have the energy, and now I do. Yes. And now I'm starving. Yes. Drink lots of water, nourish your bodies. I love you. Thank you for being here. Check out that link. I hope to see you inside of the healing sanctuary. And if not, thank you for coming today. I appreciate you. Have the best day. Mwah.